Fun with that.
It's funny. It's like we always finish each other's sentences. Yeah.
Oh man, good times with that one. But yep. Welcome to the ADRL All Access podcast. This is episode number 1 coming at you live.
Officially number 1. And
Yes,
we'll pick
perfect.
up Bet You Didn't Know, but we'll probably get back to its original programming eventually, I'd imagine. Because I do like that podcast for what it was initially
same here
intended for. So this is good. After hours.
Fun.
We should mix in like, I don't know, man. Almost like Bet You Didn't Know. We should maybe mix in like some government shit or some weird topics or anything off the wall clips.
Don't get me started on weird topics because we already have had to stop ourselves on numerous times.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Just since this is episode 1 and we're just getting this one started off, ADRL All Access, this podcast on Tuesday nights a little bit freer. We're going to stay in that kind of Tuesday tradition with all that, but at the same time, it's open and it's going to be
like your mom.
Exactly. It's going to be
just saying it's one of those. We can do that. We can do that. We could say that
it can happen. But this one's definitely more open. It's definitely more free flowing, free form, not scripted, not templated. It's almost a little bit viewer and contributor generated. So we really wanted to give an opportunity to not only continue our unfiltered talk and analysis of anything and everything that's going on or that comes to our minds, but also at the same time really dive into and encourage the interaction between everybody that's here watching live. So
that's right.
Like usual, if you've got a topic, you've got a question, you've got an anything, do not hesitate. Chuck it out there, toss it out there. We will cover it. We will talk about it in as much detail or knowledge as we have, and we will bullshit where we
That's right.
No,
that's right. That's right. So here it is. Here we are. That's what we're doing.
Here we are. This is our first podcast back after PRI.
That's right. This is the first podcast back after PRI. Yeah,
I'd right. Started off with a little bit of drag racing before we ultimately diverge into a topic that I can't get off my brain. But
was that? Hold on. Was that James's? Was that an audio clip from James viral reel?
Was it?
It had to be. I'm a musician. I've been. Yeah, it had to have been. I mean that particular sound is pretty amazing, dude. Yeah.
It's identifiable. It jumps out. It's not the norm. It also generated at last check, which was before we left for PRI, over 600,000 views.
All right.
Oh no. Hold on. James missed the intro. A lot of people did. So let's go back and
can we do it again?
I think I can. Yeah, I love the one of Vaughn and Lee sitting in the chair, and then as you pan out, they're right behind the drag.
Yeah.
James is waka waka.
Yeah, their eyes are all burning out.
They love it. It's right where they want to be.
That's the only way, man.
Yep. Vaughn looked nice, calm, and peaceful. So gotta love those moments. But that was
Don, for sure, man. It was good talking to you, brother.
Let me get back to these chats here. Got all out of control. Yeah, PRI was a great time. Got to see this time was a lot different than the last time because thankfully they put things into 25 schedule announcement date. Is that the Christmas wish?
I mean, man, I have a call set up regarding the one final race tomorrow with the track owner and with the other guys we're trying to do it with. So working through the details. Some things have come to light and need to be talked through. So I know I hate waiting. Uncle Steve, what's good? I kind of hate waiting till last. Hi, Bit. hate waiting until the
We've
last
got a
minute to
couple
do it.
things out there. Can we still go through what's already known,
Sure.
set, confirmed?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
we
great.
already have. So
Yeah.
we're not
Well,
retreading
in
any
case you
ground here.
forgot, we already have done that.
But here again,
All right. So, yes, April. Date?
April 11th and 12th.
April 11th to 12th at SGMP. We will be well, let me rephrase that. We will be hosting the event with special guest Verge again. They run a tight ship. Love working with those guys, so we'll get them in when we can. That'll be April 11th to 12th, SGMP. Then we will skip to it's either going to be May or June in Montgomery, Alabama. And we may fit Steel in there somewhere, somehow. We'll figure that out. But Montgomery, Alabama will either be May or June, and that as well will be with Verge. Then October, US 60 in Kentucky, and that will be with Verge as well. Oh my gosh, check it out, Verge as well. And then, yeah, you know what? We've had a lot of people ask about Rockingham, Carter, but I think that the PDRA hates. Well, obviously, we all know the PDRA wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the ADRL. And I think there's still a lot of bad blood between the PDRA and the history of the ADRL. So I feel like they'll try to sabotage us if we do a race there in Rockingham. They already have. They did it twice. When we first had a race there, they put one on top of us, and that was challenging to draw a crowd. And then the second time, they put one on top of us 3 months after we released our date. Then we canceled it, and then they canceled their race. So I think that's just them just saying kind of stay away. And right now, financially, I can't, fight those dudes. I mean, I think there's 3 or 4 mega millionaires that run that thing. So I would like for that to be be the yeah, Carter, I love you, man. Sure. I mean, it's just money, right? yeah. It's just money.
And it's not so much the money part of it. It's more
it's not proving.
This is all access. So I'm just going to, here we go. It's not so much money. It's not so much anything like that. Trust me, I love Rockingham, and Ryan will tell you that anytime that a list or a question of, hey, what tracks, Rockingham's always on my short list of tracks I want to go back
for sure, especially after talking to Dan at PRI.
Oh yeah, even prior to that, working with and having the experience of working with Dan and Al, and then seeing what they've done to the track and what they're continuing to do to the track from the time we've been there until the next time they will be there. Amazing. I mean, you can't say that they're not in that upper echelon of owners that's out there just doing it and making everything happen.
Right.
It's more just the ability to draw to ensure that we can draw the car count there to put on a good event. It's right. Not that the ADRL doesn't think they can put on a good event. We've all seen and we all know that. Mm-hmm. It's more just having the cars there. It's hard to, you can't really always count on a Doug Reister to drive from Texas to North Carolina or Bubba Stanton to, from Potts Camp all the way out to North Carolina. So you can't always count on that to be the case, and you just have to have that other group of racers that's out there. Things are looking better and hopeful with the big dogs moving over there, that there may start to cultivate a little bit of a community and make it a whole lot easier and more attractive to get out there and put on a show.
For sure. And as time goes on and we continue to make the growth and leaps and bounds that we have to this point, I think it'll be more relevant. Not relevant, but inevitable. I think it would make more sense, and I think the probability of having a better car turnout would happen as well. So just going to take a little bit of time, Carter. I mean, man, we'd love to come out there with you guys and put on a race. Just going to take a little bit of time, and that's all right. Slow is fast.
We're getting there.
Yep, that's right.
We had US 60 in Kentucky. That's breaking out of our little comfort zone there. So we're
yeah, it is. It is for sure.
We're dipping toes.
We're dipping toes and punching hose. That's how we roll. I don't know. Maybe that's not the case. We don't.
If they act up and need it, sure. I'm not opposed to it if the situation calls for it. I'm not just running around willy-nilly slapping hose.
We're just out here slapping hose all over the place. That's just what we do, No big deal.
A lot of them can fight back.
Who's that? Oh, yeah. I mean, look, man,
Those
they've probably been beat up so many times. They've got to be able to hang.
records will be set there at Rockingham. I don't doubt that there's every opportunity and possibility with Rockingham to make that happen. I'm pretty confident and hopeful that we're going to see, if not some, we're going to at least see some track records really get shook up this year.
Oh, no doubt about it.
I think SGMP, we're looking at a good chance of knocking around their track record. Montgomery, I believe Bubba holds, I think, the record at Montgomery. So if he wants to get out there and beat himself, he can surely do that.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. So we could talk about, let me get off of this real quick. All right.
Yeah, you're not a multitasker.
I'm not. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone here, and I'm focused on a rabbit.
You're gonna miss it. You're gonna hit the clouds.
I got sidetracked looking at a deer. PRA.
Yep.
It's just crazy how quick those days go at PRI. I mean, I could not believe that we had walked around for 8 hours. Like, it just didn't seem that way. It was really kind of bizarre.
I love that a lot of things are in the same spots that they were last year. That made it real helpful for orientation purposes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope they continue to do that.
That'd be nice.
Met and spoke with a lot of great people over the weekend. Spoke with Fuel Tech, spoke with Renegade. Actually, we spoke with a lot of people. We got to hang out over at, they let us. Hung out over there with Clyde and Wes and Galen and Celeste over there at Quartermax. That was great. Yeah, baby. I know you don't remember Brian because Brian was a little shitty, as you should have been. I was pretty fucked up myself. I'm not going to lie. I'm especially trying to hang with Cody and
my new best friends, Cody and Cole.
Who was the other guy with the hat on next to Cody? I think he was a no prep guy. I don't know.
No idea.
The guy that was unbuttoning his shirt and like yelling in the glass. I was like, I don't have any idea who this dude is.
We were
having a great time buying each other drinks and shit.
You put him and Cody in the same spot and good times are going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Talk shit to Kai Kelly. That was a good time. I said, man, I'd invite you to come run with us, but you can't hang. So sorry.
Maybe next time.
And he was kind of like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, no, dude. Our guys run, I don't know, 40s, high 40s. He's like, dang. I was like, I know, right? I know.
He'd be able to hang. He
couldn't hang.
Doug Reeser would give him and Doug Reeser could toss it back around.
It would be good.
He'd be able to compete.
But, it's tough either way, man. When you know guys like Bubba are going to be there, and now we got John Sullivan and his networking at its finest. It really is. It was a good time, man. Hung out and talked to Wes Buck for a little bit, and who else? Had a great time hanging out with Cole Pez. Cole's just a great dude, man. Him and Cody. His tech guy. His
oh shit,
got the beard and the bulldog or pit bull.
Damn it. Nope.
Bro, or
like an almost.
Dude, I'm sorry if you're watching, man.
I can kiss him in my brain, but I can't pull his name for.
It's like Eric. So we were over there talking in the pits with Renegade. No place for hate from any owners or promoters. It's not good for the sport and just turns the racers and fans against you. Work together, guys, and make every aspect drag racing great again. For sure. 100%. His dad? No, not his dad. Oh, Jordan. There it is. Thanks, Uncle Steve. Yeah, it was Jordan. Yeah. Jordan's a great guy. But we were over there talking to Renegade and Eric. Eric, right?
Yeah, Eric Lines.
Yeah, Eric Lines. We were leaving and I was like, all right, see you later, man, blah, blah, blah. And then him and Adam hugged it out.
I get these weird relationships with people.
It's because you're gay. And so he okay. And I was like, man. Yeah. But what do he say? He goes, it ain't a hug if you're not touching zippers or bumping zippers. What
he's hugging if your zippers ain't rubbing.
Yeah, you ain't hugging if your zippers ain't rubbing.
So we hug.
Shit. Dude, it was so funny. Just that moment in time, that was a funny ass saying.
Yeah, but he pulled out a good one there.
Yeah, he did. But that was a good time, man. We hung out. We had Disco Dave or whoever was hanging out over there, and
Disco Dean
hung out and talked with. We won't discuss what we talked about, but we hung out and talked for a really long time with Doc, James Love, Street Beast. hung out and talked with him for a long time. I mean, we went back from day one, and you know, he was venting some, and we were having some great conversations, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So and all for the good. What else, man? Damn, there's just so much that happened. And then
Olga, Katie Canopy.
oh, Katie Canopy. Oh my gosh, yeah, man, she's so cool. Olga with
are
Katie
you-
Canopy. Just so you know, guys, if any of you need a tent, now I'm going to tell you, you could be two kind of consumers. You could be like my wife that buys IKEA shit, and I know that it's just going to fall apart in a couple years. You have to buy more, right? And that's just consumerism. That's not me. I want to buy it once and then keep it forever. So I'll pay up a little bit. Katie Canopy, and for those that have seen this, our merch tent, man, this thing is solid as it comes, man. Their tents are the absolute shit. They're pop-up tents. I mean, they are hardy. You could do pull-ups in them. I mean, they're bitchin', man. So if anybody needs a canopy, and I swear I'm the most OCD.
The canvas itself.
The canvas is right so good. Building pro mods. Jim Howe told me on his stream he's having one built. Yeah. Yep. They all are.
Come run.
Yep, for sure. But
Katie,
anyways, Katie Canopies,
the canvas, the feel
are the absolute shit. That the canvas on it is I mean, the colors are vibrant, the print is amazing, it's absolutely durable and sturdy. You just can't fuck them up, man. They've gotten caught in windstorms. A little piece broke, and we told her about it because it got caught in a windstorm at XRP, fell over and busted a piece. She's like, I'll send you like a handful of them. And we're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to know where to get more.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're looking for a canopy, reach out to us, reach out to Katie Canopies. Nothing against Josh Minson. I mean, he's done our barrier covers, which are absolutely amazing. They fit like a glove. They're super
Winter
tight.
Circle.
Did our winter circle. But if you're looking for something that is hardcore, that is gonna last, and is absolutely as stout as it gets, Mike, what's good, dude? If you're looking for an outlaw, no rules version of a pop-up tent, call Katie Canopy.
They will hook you up.
She will hook you up. Her name's Olga.
Good to see Olga. Good to run into NC Pro Modder up there.
For sure. Man, I feel like I need another cup of coffee getting ready for this next topic.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay, so how in the fuck can the U.S. government charge 3 Middle Easterners for the drone bombing in Jordan that killed 3 American soldiers, but no one can figure out where the fuck hundreds of these drones are coming in off the ocean?
They got to know
on the East Coast.
They know it's either us or it's either us or it's not us, and they're so embarrassed because they don't know that they're playing this. Oh, it's not us,
or they don't want to
foreign nation. So is it a private person now? What's going on with these?
It's either this. It's either us. I feel like it's 2 things. What if it's us and they're trying to test the waters with like a fucking UFO invasion, and they just want to see what it's like if there's 100 drones come in and everybody's like, what the fuck's happening? Would it cause panic? Are people going to freak out? Well,
I heard there's a broken arrow. There's rumors or speculation that there's even a broken arrow or a missing nuke or a nuclear device that they're trying to search for.
Oh, okay. So there's that, or they have intentionally done this to cause a whole bunch of panic for everybody over there that had hundreds of these fucking car-sized drones flying over their homes, cause enough panic to where now they can pass some type of legislation that really puts a stranglehold on civilian and commercial drone flights, where they get to now create new rules and laws regarding that. So now it's like a way for them to introduce bills that would absolutely minimize
You need to pose it as
civilian drones.
Same as like the Patriot Act and other things. When you're, when it's a time of crisis, you can pass laws to protect the people that really are kind of overstepping in the long term. And it's possible. So you're saying it's possible it's a black flag operation, but there's videos out there where there seems to be some drone on drone violence going on, and where there's possibly some drones being taken out by other drones.
I did see one crash, and somebody's. Do you see that one crash in the driveway between their cars? I was like, "What the hell?"
I don't disagree, unless they're trying to be so blatant and in your face.
Yeah, right.
They're not operating on radio. They're not putting out a frequency, so they have to be using passive sensors or passive intelligence, like cameras or something like that. So they can only gain information based off what they're able to see, which has to be in infrared. So they're not putting out signals. They're not putting out heat. These are some advanced drones. They're the size of cars.
Well, and the only other people that I know that use these are farmers that use them to spray their crops. Those are the only other commercial drone owners that I am vaguely familiar with. But what I mean, so a whole bunch of farmers and guys got together and be like, dude, let's freak everybody out and fly 100 drones. But dude, they were even in the ocean following military
they're coming
ships
from the ocean, is what people are describing, is that these things are coming from. They don't know if they're coming out of, but they're coming from. So there has to be a point that these drones are taking off from and then going back to. Are they making it across the ocean twice? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Is there a ship out there that we don't know about? Well, that's scary. Kyle brought up, well, maybe there's a plane. They're dropping them out of a plane. Okay, maybe that's very possible. But now there's a plane flying over our airspace we don't know about. That's scary. Nothing.
Well, it's no different than the Chinese flying a fucking spy balloon across the country.
I can respect the balloon.
Oh my God. I mean, what the fuck?
I would love to fly one around. And I was telling Ryan on the way back home from India, I said, the only way we can fight this, if their technology is too advanced, maybe we take technology back, find some good old boys and some guys like John Sullivan that have some planes, strap some 50 cals to them, and we get up there and start taking some drones down. I think that'd be a good time.
That would be a good time. Yeah, I mean, it's funny watching people shoot at them and shit. People were like,
they're operating with and without light. So yeah, I don't know, but who's operating them? Are they running off of a Hive AI type programming?
No, Gary, you're 100% right. What if it was? What if it was another country, and it was just like a big giant fucking statement, like
big fu from somebody?
Yeah, right. And so they're just like, hey, let's just launch 100 drones. I mean, they already let the Chinese fly a spy balloon across the country. Why don't we just like invade them with 100 drones? And the government says, well, we don't know where they're coming from, but they're not nefarious, and they're not attacking anybody. They're not doing anything illegal. It's like, dude, that is, how stupid do you think everybody really fucking is? It's ridiculous.
Most drones, at least more than your recreational hobby drone, are FAA regulated, and in order
they
to
know
operate,
what the fuck it is. They're not telling us.
You have to be FAA certified and running on different frequencies and things.
There's some of those bigger ones for sure, because you have to register all them with the FAA. Yeah, I agree. They know what it is, and the fact that they're not telling us, and they want everybody to just feel stupid. Well, we don't know, but they're not hurting anybody, so it's all good. It's like, man, like that just is the most unsettling bullshit. And the fact that this president already sold this country,
even if it is ours, what's the harm of
what the fuck's actually going on?
What's the harm of arming, putting some 50 cals or some anti-aircraft guns up on the beaches and firing off some rounds just so the public is like, yeah, we're doing something, even if they are our drones. Why not?
But it's funny, like, because the Fox, right? And it was funny because the Fox reporter was like, well, like, can't you like follow one to find out where it's coming from? Yeah, but it's not doing anything. It's supposed. Well, can't you shoot one down? Well, yeah, but we don't want it to land on anybody. Well, wasn't there like 14 of them following a military ship? Couldn't you just shot one down over the ocean?
That's what I'm saying. Point those things out.
Yeah, but they weren't doing anything. They weren't doing anything. And I'm like, oh my God, man.
Let's take them out.
Anybody that buys into that bullshit, wait till they're knocking on your door. Wait till it's like the fucking British
Wait till
coming to your
hovering,
property and trying to take over your fucking house.
wait till they're hovering over your home.
Bro. Man, if you're not a 3%er, now's the time to be. Well, I don't know. Actually, I think the past 4 years was about as close to becoming like a true 3%er as I ever thought I was going to be. But I try to stay out of politics, but I'm not stupid. I know where our country has been. I know what it's taken to become the land of the free. And it came with a lot of blood, sweat, and sacrifice.
I would like to think that they do, Gary. I'd love to agree and hope that that is the case. But at the same time, with this administration, it would also not surprise me if they have no clue and they're trying to downplay it because they have no clue.
Yeah. And what's the purpose of flying 100 of them at once, at least? Close to 100 of them. Like, I mean, I've seen the small ones and I get it, you know, and they do the shows and that's pretty cool. And I like all that. But anyways, I think it's just a big fucked up mess and they're really pushing the limits on us, man. They're really, really poking the bear per se.
Darlene says she read an article that the government is building them for surveillance for the borders instead of building the wall. It's supposed to be cheaper.
Yeah, well, that's great. However, why in the fuck
seems like
wouldn't our top director of national security just say that? Like, wouldn't it just be great to be like, hey guys,
why wouldn't they be down there where there's
why wouldn't they warn everybody, or why wouldn't they bother telling everybody? You know, like, yeah, hey, so here's the deal, we're building them to survey the coast or the borders.
I don't
concerned with what they were distracting us from, like yeah, you know what, man? I mean, Uncle Steve, you're so right about that.
There is a valid point to that.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job.
I've not heard anything.
Yeah, you hit that right on the head, Gary.
On this one.
By the way, I love your Facebook profile pic there, Gary. It's good shit. America. America. Wait till we come out with our new trophies. You guys
see these things. I see these drones as a problem.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, maybe that's what they want everybody to see it as a distraction. Yeah. Just like Uncle Steve said, get everybody all worked up about it and then get a little sleight of hand. Who really knows what Biden's doing right now other than pardoning, you know, some fucking, how much did that guy embezzle or not embezzle? What was he ripped off $53 million from people and he got,
you piqued interest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who did he pardon? He pardoned some guy that was in prison for conning, like, was it 53 million or $53 billion out of people or some shit? Like,
not a clue.
What in the fuck is even going on, man? Golly, this, I'll tell you, this last administration was the biggest clusterfuck I've ever seen in my life. And I'm only 47, so it's not that big of a deal. Yep, new trophy. Yep. I gotta wait till we get it. There's a local guy who's a friend of mine that owns he owns a software company for he develops and sells software for I guess like machineries or machining shops, like guys that do one-offs for Boeing and McDonnell Douglas and stuff like that. So he sells the software for all those milling machines and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I'm going to work with him to get one made up. Hopefully just make one and then start from there. I don't know. Could be pricey, but we're going to work on some things. They're dropping gun charges just to release chemical guys. Who's chemical guys?
I'm guessing this is going back to the pardoning talk. I don't pay attention to all that stuff, so I'm not positive on the politics side. I know
chemical guys was like a automobile chemical type thing. They made like carb wash shit.
I'm familiar with Chemical Brothers, the EDM techno group.
That's right.
Okay. Jail guys, fat fingers. I know
jail guys. Oh, gotcha.
I know that all too well.
Yeah, man. So anyway, so that's all fucked up. What else is going on? Looking forward to 25 for show. And PRI was amazing. That's what I
Yeah,
got.
yeah. PRI was a good time. Good
Mm-hmm.
to see familiar faces, which is different than from last year where there weren't too many. I mean, Dan and Al, I think, were the only people I recognized or knew going there last year, just because we had the event there a couple months before. But
Yeah, we saw Raul and his wife. We saw Clyde and his wife, Galen and Celeste, Ricky Jones.
hey, Ricky,
Really, really nice dude. I had no idea who Ricky. I still don't really know who Ricky Jones is, other than he works at Quartermax. I guess his dad was the founder of Quartermax, from what I hear.
that's weird. RJ, Ricky Jones. We've almost survived the most corrupt administration in the history of the United
Oh
States.
shit!
Almost. Stay locked and loaded. We still have a month to go. Yep.
Yeah. That's if they don't still try to put Trump in prison.
Eyes on the skies.
Oh, yeah. Don't know why I never connected the dots on that, but now that makes total sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his dad was the initial RJ, but they've kept it going.
You kept it going
Kept it
till
going.
the sun goes down. You kept it going. Love that song.
Oh yeah. Cars.
I'm gonna turn this a little more. Boom shakalaka with the bro flicking paka.
There you go.
All right.
So get to
We've
see
almost
Luis.
survived. Yes.
Get to see Luis up there.
Yeah, we saw Luis.
Man,
What was
so
the
many-
best part about your trip, you think? Oh, and of course we saw Ricky and Billy. I mean, Kenny and Billy from Burromax. Ken and Billy. Yep. What was your highlight?
Might be the shoulder check I put into Eric. It was perfect and it was priceless. Yeah, I don't know. I think this year the after party was a good time.
Yeah.
That it seemed less crowded in the bar than last year, which was nice. It was a little bit more refreshing. It wasn't asses to elbows.
Yeah.
And then probably after that hamburger.
Oh, that was a fire ass hamburger, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we can't forget that place. What was the name of it? It was a Lizzie or
Harry and Izzy's.
Harry and Izzy's.
And then to come to find out, it's only a block away from the convention center. We had it door dashed over. We're like, man, we should have that again as we were getting ready to head out Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. And then we drive right past it in the Uber. So next year we know, but we're probably going to have to set up reservations for it because I think most things over there fill up and get pretty packed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, be good to walk over there, grab another burger, grab the Uber, head on back to the crib.
Yeah, for sure.
Play some 2:30 breakout competition.
Yeah, no, we had fun. We had video games and shit in our Airbnb, so that was a good time. Let's see. Let's talk about snowbirds and the shocking turnout. Well, I know you're not talking about spectators, so
it could be. It was shocking a little bit.
It was a little shocking. I was surprised there was nobody there, honestly. A lot of cars. Fuck yeah, a whole lot of cars. You know, I think I contribute that to a few things. I think there's a few factors that go into that. All the other racing series are over. It's wintertime.
Mhm.
So, of course, in Bradenton, it's going to be warm year round. So, if I had a car and a team, that's where I'd be going. No doubt about it. So, I think what Wes and them have going for that 3-car series is spot on, you know. Not that somebody couldn't go to Orlando and compete against them if they wanted to, but you know, you got to give him props. He's built that thing up, and yeah, there was a whole lot of cars there for sure, and it was a really tight. It was a really tight ladder per se.
Linwood James says, and not one ADRL racer driver there. They know better than to let the true outlaws on the track. They let them on the track. It's just none of the ADRL guys are interested in going slow.
Yeah, no, and I've heard that from all of our guys. I mean, the second I even talked about weight to try to level it out for the nitrous guys, they were like, "Fuck no." We're not paying this money to go slower.
There's a lot of
Absolutely
phone calls.
fucking not. I was like, okay, yeah. And Adam was on a lot of those phone calls. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it. Because I was just really trying to. And then, as the years gone by, I truly understand, respect, and appreciate the true nature of it, because that's what the fuck it is, right? Like, you don't join the Marine Corps, the Navy SEALs to be held back, right? Like, the Marines are the first to fucking fight and the last to leave. We're in there to absolutely fucking decimate whatever the fuck needs to be destroyed. Same with the Navy SEALs. You send them in because there's a mission. Those dudes train endlessly, blood, sweat, and tears. They don't go in just to be put on standby or go fucking, do some shit that the Army could do. Like, it's very specific driven. And it's the same way with no rules drag racing. And it's in the spirit of true roots drag racing. And it's the same thing you experience as a kid. Like, you want to go race the other dude. You want to go race the other 16-year-old kid. He's got a Trans Am. I've got a 66 Mustang with the 289 hypo, and old boy's got a 71 Challenger. All right, well, let's go fucking race, right? And it's not weight and who's this and who's that. It's run what you brung, let the fastest fucking win. That's it. Who knew there were rules to playing in the sandbox? Yeah, let me tell you, there was no rules in any sandbox I ever played in. Let me tell you, I've been beat up and bullied as a kid more than absolutely decimate those crayons. You're fucking right. What we do is we eat them, we chew on them, and then when we kill somebody, we spit it on their face. What about Kai Kelly? He's been one of my favorites for years. That dude can drive. Yeah,
no doubt about it.
100%. Yeah, he is a bad racing son of a gun. And I think that if he was put in, if he was put in a car, I don't know. I don't personally know. There could be a huge difference between running just from a driver standpoint, being in the car. There could be a huge difference between running a 359 and a 347 or a 349. It could be, you hit it right on the head, Ben. It could be a huge difference. Maybe there isn't. I think at that level, once you're running in the 50s, then you're probably a pretty seasoned driver. He's been at it for a long time. And it sounds like he's a good driver, just like Stevie Fast.
Could take away from his skills.
Lyle. No, right. And I mean,
anything like that. He did
his reaction times, dude. He was fucking killing the tree, dude.
The thing about it is he benefited from it, like we talked about on the past one. He benefited from being the best reaction time in a basically reverse index type class, to where when you're racing in a class like that, to where every car is set up essentially even by the rules, the tree and the reaction time becomes everything. It's not just a part of the race, because you can, in an ADRL race, you could lose at the tree and still win the race because your car. In these races, if you're anywhere behind at the tree, you lose within the first 2 feet.
Right.
And that takes a lot of the fun out of those types of races for me. It's fun to see everybody within a thousandth of a second, but at the same time, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, and I get it from a competition standpoint, because when you have 64 cars show up, it's a 32 car field, and it's a half of a second, like half of a tenth. Whatever. What was the bump? Like 59 to 64, some shit like that.
I think it was even closer than that. Yeah, it might have been 59 to 64, somewhere right in there. But that's amazing that many racers can do that. But when everything's set to be even, is it? It's not.
Well, really. I mean, it just goes to Well, I mean, it just goes to show. I mean, if there's that many guys, if there's 32 cars within just that little tiny bump, right between 59 and 64. I mean, that means everybody's team's got to be on point. The cars have to be running, and the drivers have to be fucking killing the tree.
Sure.
And he was the most consistent. I mean, I think it boils down to consistency. I mean, and
they're giving it the all that they can within the rules that they have, but they're not giving it all that their car has.
No, not 64 cars. You're saying 64 cars. It was 59 to 64. Okay, 59 to 64, not 63. Yeah, they had 64 cars turn up, but it was only a 32 car field, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was a 32 car field.
Yeah, it was a 64 car invite.
Yep. So 64 cars, 32 car field. And just think about that. I mean, he was the most consistent out of those 64 cars and in a very similar rules package to PDRA and Midwest, right? So, I mean, that is a field or class that they're used to running all the time. And to have a no prep guy come in and
run with his lights on, his headlights on.
Run with his lights on.
He did. He ran with his headlights on just as an extra little kind of thumb his nose at all the other drivers.
Yeah, I mean, and look, steel roof, steel quarters. I think that's all fucking irrelevant. It's a full on pro mod. Even after you acid dip that metal, it might add 300 pounds. In the big scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Wes said he took the rules from PDRA, Midwest, and they all kind of run the same at this point. I mean, I think it's give or take a minimal amount of weight, whatever. It's negligible. But so yeah, I mean, you know, bottom line, he's got a pro mod. He was the most consistent. He killed the tree, and that was it, man. He ran it. So I believe that. You know, I wonder, like, if you put Kai Kelly in, you know, in like Bubba's car, you know, how could he run 47, 49, you know, or is that like a world of difference between 59 and 49, you know?
Yeah. How much is the car? How much is the driver? Yeah. I don't know. Good question.
Yeah. That was scary, right? Scruggs, Wesley rolling over on the hood and catching fire. That was fucking scary. I just thought to myself, like, boy, I wonder what that was like. The fire suppression system isn't working. You're upside down. Your shit's in a huge ball of flames, and you're already on fire, sliding another 100 feet. You finally come to a rest. Truck pulls up. One guy comes running over there, right? And you're still burning up. I was like, man, God, like, that probably seemed like eternity.
All it told me was that, I mean, Jason Scruggs is missing out on opportunities with running with the ADRL to be set up and ready for these races. You know, he needs to come out to these races that we throw, let his car run. And then
I'm going to tell you, I know a lot of guys talking to Scruggs and a whole lot of these guys. And, you know, I think, you know, and I get it. I think a lot of them kind of been sitting on the fence because I'm going to tell you something. All of these guys, all of them, these record holders, these bad MFers that are running, guess where they all ran originally? Guess where it all started? With the ADRL. That's where they all started running. Wow, Wes Johnson, even Clyde Scott used to run with us. Moyer, Scruggs, all of them, Stevie Fast, Lizzie. I mean, everybody. It all started with the ADRL. So, you know, when you think about that, I don't think these guys want to go slow. I think that they really didn't have another outlet. The PDRA and Midwest kind of capitalized on the ADRL falling out, and they started a series, and they've all been successful. But I think they've all kind of been sitting on the fence, waiting to see what happens, right? Because there's been a little bit of some history over the past, you know, 8 to 10 years with the ADRL, and you know, and I know promoters come and go. However, we just stay consistent. We put on some killer races. These guys will eventually strip their shit and come and see how fast they can go, because that's what they want to do. I mean, you don't build your cars and spend all that money to go slow. I'll tell you that.
No, they can't have gone bust. They're out flying on private jets. What are you talking about? There's no fucking way.
Oh, they got trophies and
private
sponsors jets. And sponsors with jets, and no, I mean, they're doing their
purses thing. And all that. I mean, they must be flush with cash and everything.
Yeah. No entry fees. Oh, that's weird. Heard that one before.
No, never.
No. Was that a new thing? Has IHRA ever charged entry fees?
They're innovating and revolutionizing over there, you know?
Yep. Anyways.
Anyways, you know, you came up. I had to say something.
I know. Hey, I just want to say this, man. I do like Kenny. I do like Kenny. Scruggs just trying to stay away from Bubba since he can't bully Bubba like he used to. Yeah, you know what, Linwood, you're right. You know, Wow Wes and I were talking about that. Frankie Taylor and all those guys, man. I'm going to tell you though, they're ready to get to it, man. And I'm going to tell you, there's at least a handful of pro mods right now, or should I say no rule door slammers that are being built purposefully just to come run with the ADRL. So that's good. We're going to slowly build these races up. We're going to slowly increase the purses, because I've got to go about this the right way,
Yeah. Once the records start breaking, I don't think they'll have too much of a choice.
Yeah, 100%.
Really show where the level of competitive nature is within each of the individuals.
That's right. That's right. So, my intention is to have, loose lip sync ships. I'm going to keep it right here. I'm just going to announce it when it gets announced, and that's it.
But this is all access.
No, I get it, but got to be smart about what we put out there and what we don't. Yeah, no, I was talking to Wild Wild West actually, and he was talking about Scruggs, him and Scruggs, and him and Frankie. And I don't know if you guys know Wes Johnson, Wild Wild West Johnson, but he was the first no rules door slammer to run in the threes back in the day. That was like 14 years ago.
He's definitely pissing around the borders, no doubt about that.
Yeah, they do, man. They piss all around each other's tires, don't they?
Yep.
No, I love it.
Well, and not all racers are going to take it just laying down and just let Bubba get out there and race. I mean, make sure to tune in on Thursday as we talk to John Sullivan, who's anxiously awaiting his Christmas gift to show up next year and put that thing out on the track again.
Oh my God, I can't wait, dude. For real. I'm so excited for John to get his new door slammer, man. It's going to be so good, dude. It's going to be so good.
We'll find out more about that on Thursday.
So I got an email from Wes thanking everybody, and one of his bullet points here: your support helped us create a series of moments and milestones, and not that anyways, moments and milestones that prove we're headed in the right direction. Biggest crowd in 53 years of Snowbird Outlaw Nationals.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, I don't know that says a whole lot.
Maybe.
I don't even know what that means. Quickest 32 car field in fast door slammer drag racing history. 348.
Well, let's keep in mind it was also an outlaw race, so I guess we have to grain of salt it all.
But what's this mean? Quickest 32 car field in fast door slammer drag racing history. 348 seconds. 348
testing.
But they ran, but they ran 345 in testing. I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Uncle Steve says y'all gonna see Scruggs and standing in the final round at XRP with both of them in the mid 40s. You heard it here first.
You're damn right. I don't know. I wouldn't leave Sullivan out of there, Uncle Steve, because he's getting that new badass hot rod going.
Frankie might have some things to say about it. There's a lot of people that might have some things to say about that, but I'd love to see it happen.
Dude, Frankie is on a mission too, man. Frankie's on a damn mission.
Good.
Yeah. Hell yeah, good. Anyway, so I mean, I don't know. This email is just slightly disturbing. Just the amount of bullshit in it is just like, it makes me sick, dude. Like, look, I'm going to tell you something. I know sales guys. My former life, I had a couple hundred sales guys in my insurance agency. I had a huge fucking call center. It was about 20,000 square foot, about 150 cubicles, all kinds of executives, the whole thing. And they've come at me in all million different fucking angles. And I've heard every creative way of double talk that you could imagine. And let me tell you something. That is the epitome of double talk. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It's just a bunch of, I don't know, good for them. But like, come on, really? Like, you don't have to just be honest about it, man. Where's the integrity? Where's the honesty? Why does it have to be smeared with bullshit? Like, you don't have to do that. Just say, look, this is how many people, this is how fast it was. It was a great time. Thanks for everybody showing up. Not
and you don't even have to say, you don't even have to mention
twisted Double talk. Like,
You could mention another amazing snow, another event, blah blah blah. Thankful for everybody, everything. You don't have to get into those details. The times are posted.
Yeah. What the hell is that?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, just watching a cat poop.
No,
Not sure how that popped up. That was weird.
you got a weird feed.
He is a showman. Yes, I guess so. I guess so, man. I don't know why. Am I hating? I'm not really hating because when I hang out with Wes, I talk to Wes. Like, and I go to his shows and I have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I just guess I work in a high level of character and transparency and integrity. And I've been around sales so much that now when I hear it and see it, it makes me fucking sick. You know, that's it. I don't know why.
Clyde and Sullivan going
49s. Yeah, because I know Clyde's going to have a new ride. Sullivan's going to have a new ride. Let's see. I don't know if I'm supposed to mention the other guys or not.
Yep. Nope. Others will pop in and pop up.
Yeah.
People will be looking to get their setups figured out and worked out, but by the time we hit XRP, everybody should be hitting their stride.
Mm-hmm.
Things pretty well lined out to see some amazing times.
Yes, but I'm excited. I'm going to go to the U.S. Street Nationals. I went last year, had a great time. So I'll go to U.S. Street Nationals. I'll go to World Series of Pro Mod for sure. And then we'll get started on our races as well, man. Starting in April. That's going to be a good time. Damn it! Now I'm getting texts.
Yeah.
Well, just I hope she does laundry.
Yep. Check the washer and dryer before you make any sort of commitments and plans.
For sure. But you know what, man? I mean, I know this is all access. That's cool, but we'll just focus on ADRL. True no rules drag racing. True outlaw no rules drag racing. The only true no rules outlaw drag racing.
Gary will be down there at World Series again.
Sweet. Hell yeah, Gary. It'll be a good time.
Look for the silver mohawk.
Hell yeah. Oh, is it silver this time, brother?
No, I was talking about you.
Oh, fuck.
The one that isn't down at the starting line clapping in cars' faces.
Yeah. He doesn't really have a mohawk anymore. Steve Evans, if we see 40s, I shit my pants. Not going to say it. Keep nose on the ground. Tears in the
I don't know why you leave us out of the conversation. You always read it to yourself.
I know. Steve Evans, if we see 40s, I'll shit my pants. Not going to say it won't. I don't know if they can keep nose in the ground. 10 years ago, many drivers said that was maxed out at 348, 350. If it can be done, it's going to be Mad Taylor or Bubba. Well, I mean, Bubba about a month ago ran a 47, a 49, and a 47. Yep. Pretty much indexed. Yeah, I mean, so he's kind of set the bar for himself. He's a 40s guy at this point.
I've seen Frankie run a 51 just a month ago.
Yep. And at XRP. Sullivan, 52.
Yeah, I get the feeling from those guys that they're happy with that, but they're not looking to.
No, dude. I'm going to tell you, I'm talking to Wild West, and Gary knows him, Wild West Johnson, and he's pretty certain we should see threes here next year or the year after. Sweet. And you're damn right. It will be on our watch. And I'm ready to see some threes, bro.
There's not many other places it could happen. If they're running rules packages, they're not going to be able to get down to that number. So
yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
Not many other options. We got you all in the corner.
Got you in the corner.
Yeah, you have to race with us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. No, it's going to be a banging year. I'm super excited about it. And, man, hey, Gary, are you a veteran, dude? I mean, I know a lot of guys that live in Virginia are veterans.
Loaded at Ozark. Was that Odessa? And went 48 first time down the track. Yep. It can happen. It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then Mark Mickey ended up still winning it I guess there was an issue with the lighting system or some shit. I don't know. Uncle Steve was pretty bent about that one.
Yep, I don't disagree. I saw the race and I didn't see where Bubba lost, but what do I know?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Closing sheds have been the problem. That's been big problems finding tracks that can run the numbers. Damn sure want it to be Rocket City. Yeah, it's always that's the constant ebb and flow of technology, especially when you have this many parts and pieces in play. You get one section like the chassis where it's running on futuristic space age technology, but the motors and everything are lagging behind. It'll they'll catch up. They'll catch up, and if not, they'll throw some turbos on it. No matter what, if the car is not consistent, you will not win. Amen.
amen.
Gary says yes, 24 years.
Oh, right on, Gary. Appreciate your service, man.
Steve Evans says and backed it up with another 48 later on in that weekend. Damn
Darlene, I don't blame you. I love Doug Reister. We saw Doug at PRI.
Yeah.
It was weird because Doug had a hat on and a hoodie, and we just walked by, and
such an
I
everyman.
was like, "Wait, what's up, Doug?" Like it was great seeing Doug.
Unexpected. Yeah, I didn't anticipate seeing him there, but yeah, it was great to be able to run into him.
Yeah. That's when we were hanging out talking with Doc. Right, we were talking to Doc. Didn't he walk up while we were talking to Doc? Who walked up?
He did, but we ran into him prior. We ran into Doug before that when we were just before we ran into Doc, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. No, I think it was Rocket Man that came in while we were talking to Doc. I mean, he knows everybody too. Seems like Dave knows everybody. I'm getting to know everybody.
Getting there.
That's what it's all about. I really wish we had a chance to hang out and talk with Brian Keller more, go to that bar, but it was a toss up. You know, it was like, but I think it went the right direction. That bar was closing early and shit. I guess they kept the Envy open until 2 or 3. I don't know. Cole said he blacked out and doesn't remember shit.
Couldn't tell you. I pulled us out early. I made the right call.
Doug is the man. You hit it right on the head. If you can't trust the timing lights at the 8th, how do you put confidence in the timing lights on the starting line? Don't know. I'm just a damn cook. Yeah, but you know what, Uncle Steve? That's a great point. By the way, how's everything in North Carolina, Uncle Steve? Folks getting fed and taken care of up there, and I'm ready to do another drive. I still got people reaching out saying that they've got things and they want to donate and get it out to North Carolina. So keep me posted. I'd love that. I love to hear that everybody was getting fed up there, and you guys were getting up there and doing that. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff, dude. But yeah, keep us posted on that. Yeah, Doug Reister, and that's with the nitrous car too, man. You know, that's crazy. That's just straight crazy.
Yeah, he's doing amazing things with that car, no doubt about it.
Yep. And yeah, I'm still excited for Clyde and RJ.
Yeah,
and his whole thing with Quartermax, man, that's just super awesome.
A lot of good things going, a lot of good things on the horizon. So yeah, it'd be fun to watch that whole saga play out and go.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Bob Glenn did go, right? Bob Glenn was at the Snowbirds.
I believe so.
Yeah. So he was an ADRL racer, but I don't think I think Bob was just consistent. I don't think he pulled any of his weight because he ran with the NMCA and was doing all kinds of stuff. He just showed up and kicked some ass.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he would have had to fall into their rules parameters in some way, shape, or form. But
yeah, I doubt he pulled any weight for us, man. I think he just kept it in his thing and ran and won, which is kind of crazy.
Very possible. He did it twice.
Absolutely. He sure the heck did. Let's see what else. So
PRI 2025 drones. Man, I feel like we've covered.
Yeah, I think so. I think we did. He got lucky. Doug and Bubba went the race that weekend. Yeah. And you know, and I understand why. I understand why. But that's, and I'm not, you know, it's great. I get it. As a promoter, I'll continue to make this thing better and better and better and have better partners and be at the best tracks, and be the quickest drag racing series like we were before. What did Kai write? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. He wrote something, and I wanted to comment so bad, but I didn't. I wanted to, though. That was Kai. Oh, never mind. What did he put on here? What did he write?
No clue.
Oh, hold on. It's I guess he's got two. Where's Kai Kelly Racing 2? Let's see. Who's got two? Yeah, I guess he's got his personal. It says
Steve Evans, while you're looking, says, I'm about to grab a trailer in Dallas and head that way. We're feeding 500 plus and handing out a truckload of the donations you find people in the St. Louis area send already. Thanks much. Thanks and much love from Western North Carolina.
Hey, man, I'd love to go out with you, Uncle Steve, out there one time, man. I'll leave for, I'll road buddy with you, man, and go out there and help you do that. I mean, I'd love to. It'd be my pleasure, man, and meet some of the folks out there. Like, that'd bring a ton of joy to my heart, man, to be honest with you. You know, obviously it's Christmas time and stuff, but I got a lot going on here. But if it works out in January sometime, or however, or maybe it just falls on the right date or something, man, let me know, and I'd love to hop in with you and take a little road trip. Oh, here's what Kai put. He goes, when you have 5 race cars in a 30 by 40 shop, you got to work on the fastest pro mod in the world until the end of January outside.
Oh, yeah, but he put quotes around pro mod.
Fastest in the world? Man, I mean, dude, how are guys getting away with saying this shit? I'm just going to start fucking laying it out there. Everybody needs to know. Needs to recognize.
Where's Kathleen when you need her?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Where is the only one that should really be popping up on that?
Fastest pro mod in the world. I don't fucking think so, Kai. Sorry, buddy. Got a long way to go before you can hang with Bubba, Scruggs, Moyer, Frankie, all those guys, John Sullivan, Hank. Yeah, we got a long ways to go, my friend.
Just won a race.
What? Yeah, I know, right? That's what he said. That's what he fucking said. Fastest pro mod in the world. I'm sure he's just talking shit and baiting people up. I get it.
It's exactly.
I mean, is that what you do? Is that how you get the attention? Is that trolling people?
How many comments, likes, and shares has he gotten on it? Because I guarantee you that's gotten more views than if he was to put a post that says, you know, oh, my car that won is parked outside. Nobody's going to get too amped up about that.
September 27th. All right. I know, right? I would just consider the source and walk away. Wouldn't even be able to polish Doug's shoes, let alone Bubba, John, or Frankie. Oh, that's funny. That's a funny one. Mike Gironi. I'll just consider the source and walk away.
Yes, back out.
Like Homer Simpson in the bushes.
Back out. Yeah, well, I mean, he's tooting his own horn, and rightfully so. He went out there.
Sure,
with a car
I get it.
Like he said, he took a car out there that everybody should have laughed off the lot and beat everybody. So
I mean, I would have said something like, "I'm going to work on the car that I beat the tightest pro mod field in history."
Well, you also have people like Wes telling
you're not the quickest pro mod in the world.
People like Wes are definitely blowing. Everybody's hanging on his nuts, as James Trolson would say.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we hung out, but I talk shit to him. I'm just saying, I fucking talk shit to him. I talk shit to Kayla and Boosted GT. I talk shit to. I don't have to talk shit to Cole because Cole knows what's up. You don't have to talk shit to Cole. He gets it. Talk to shit to Doc. You know, talk shit when I can. And I'm not talking shit. I'm just being a realist. Like, hey, I'd love for you guys to come. You got a great following, but you're going to have to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, and find some slicks.
They run on slicks.
Mm-hmm.
They're not radio cars, dude. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're slick tire cars.
Sure
no prep guys run slicks. Huh?
They can change it over, but Why would you run slicks on no prep?
I mean, it makes sense. I don't know. Do they run radials?
Yeah, in all the no prep races, they do.
He beat the slowest pro mods.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. We even talked about that. We talked about him, all the shit he got for having a big giant ADRL sticker on the back of his car. And he's like, fuck it, whatever, man. He goes, I love you guys for sponsoring me. He goes, I appreciate the support. And, we all know who you are. So no big deal. I was like, oh, man, thanks, Doc. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Gary said some are radial.
Some are rated. So does it not matter? It's like anything.
I would think it's going to be advantageous if you're running in a no prep situation to have radials over a slick.
On a no prep surface, I would think that could be the case. Yeah.
So yeah, I would think that they would probably lean more heavily towards radial usage, but just like any car, they can switch their setup or switch things around to accommodate to a tire size. So, if they were to switch over to, if they were to run in somebody's class or series, they'd have to possibly change their setup to be able to do it, but it's not impossible. That's just racing.
Oh, Larry Castile. Love that guy. As a matter of fact, I just talked to him. He'll be coming to SGMP. Larry will be in Georgia with us. Yeah, Larry Castile is awesome, man. I love that guy.
And then, definitely not taking any credit away from Kai and what he did. It's just he didn't set the world on fire. He just came in as the underdog and won.
Yeah.
Those are always cool stories, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love looking dead through Wes Buck's skull. I give him the 1,000-yard stare. Him and Mike Carpenter both. They're like, so how's the ADRL going, Fierce? I'm like, it's going amazing, dude. Like, we got big plans. I'm like, you're damn right, I got big plans. Yeah. And Wes is and Mike, you can kind of see, like,
Mike said we put on a good podcast, so I'm going to give him a pass.
He did. Oh, he did. He did say that. Yeah. No, but it's funny because they know I'm a fucking man on a mission. Not like that song that Kenny used in his reel that he made, but genuinely, this fucking jarhead don't quit. I'm like a dog. Like we'll have one leg and no teeth and still be biting at you, right? Like you have to kill me to fucking stop me. That's just the way I'm wired. But I could just tell, like when I look at him and I'm just looking through him and I'm like, it's going to be a big year for us, my man. I'm really excited. We got some good shit happening. He's like, oh, and then when they kind of start looking away and kind of looking down, I'm like, yeah, oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear it, man. Okay, well, and I'm like, yeah, Wes. Yeah. Fuck. And I'm hating a little bit because his bullshit they put out about now defunct Pro Extreme class, bro. Man, come on, dude. Come on.
Larry's career.
Really? Oh my God. We should have Larry bring alligator. I'll have him buy an alligator. Doug stuck with the same car for 2 decades and still hang with the best. It took Kai 3 or 4 cars to take down Ryan Martin. Yeah, right. That's a very, very good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah, I think you could give Doug just a car off the street and he's going to take it on the track and give somebody a hell of a challenge, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
No stopping that guy.
No, not at all. No, not stopping him at all. Let's see. I'm a man on a mission. Shit. The song's going to be stuck in my head. That sucks. Really bad, actually.
Never heard it, so it can't be stuck in mine. So
really? Never heard that song before?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no big deal.
No. It doesn't sound like one that would come across my radar.
I mean, it's one of those poppy modern songs that people use on their reels and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Them's the ones that don't hit my radar.
Yeah. No, I tell you though, Mike is a nice guy. He's the first one to ever, when we were at World Series of Pro Mod and I was standing up in the booth next to him, Victor and Wes, he did say, he's like, because I found out his background and who his dad was and just, his rich history in drag racing, which I was pretty humbled by. I was like, damn, dude, that's pretty awesome. And he goes, and just so you know, Fears, he's like, none of this would even be happening if it wasn't for the ADRL. I thought, wow, yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, I'm glad you reaffirmed that because we're coming back, baby. We're on a mission. We're coming back. and we're going to be the baddest, quickest fucking door slammer drag racing series in the world. And that's no bullshit. We're already making our way back there. So just be ready, folks. It's getting better and better.
But what about the dragsters? I mean, they're fast. They're going to be the fastest in the world too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I maybe
I don't like door slammer.
What's that?
That's why I'm not a fan of door slammer.
Door slammer? Oh, you just mean in general? No, we are the quickest, no rules drag racing in the world. Bottom line.
That I like.
Yeah. Me too. I know we've talked through that, but sometimes my brain likes to throw in little pieces here and there. Them dudes come with 4-foot deep cook pots, and they ain't telling what you want to scoop out of it. Hell yeah.
Good. I remember when Doug joined Shannon Jenkins in the 3-second Nitro Pro mod, and Shannon.
New GTO pulled off a 3-second pass right after. I mean, that's what happens, though. I mean, dude, you one guy sets the bar, and thank you, Darlene. One guy sets the bar, and the next guy doesn't have a choice, right? It's just how that works, man.
It's a whole lot more fun racing than your car. Let's set up the rules to where everybody's. There's no push at that point. There's no anything. It's just random arbitrary numbers and weights that are assigned to cars to keep everything within a window of running. I hate that. Just doesn't.
I don't like it, but I can see from a competitive standpoint where it's you versus 64 other guys in a very tight field, and you all have to be on your game. You all have to be cutting down the tree the best that you can. And I get that level of competitiveness. So to me, it's like two.
It's just not. Yeah, for me,
for you, right?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Right. 100%. I mean, I guess that's just kind of the way with anything. Point and shoot door cars are the shit. Yeah, 100%, man. Hey, Gary, what branch of the military were you in? It's out of curiosity. Everybody give a shout out for Gary and his, he must have retired because he's 24 plus years in the military. So respect that, brother. Yeah, I mean, so it's two thought processes really. Are you the competitive guy that wants to compete with, look at pro stock in the 90s. Yep. Air Force. All right. And we got another Air Force guy, Eddie Maloney.
Fix this drone problem. Fix these drones.
Yeah. Gary's probably got some intel, I'd imagine, especially living there in Virginia. Yeah. Actually, Gary, my best friend is deputy director of operations there for the I guess it's not for the SEALs. It's not Special Naval Warfare Services. It's the elite of the elite. He used to work for the Pentagon. Now he retired, and now he works for his former commander, and he's a deputy director of operations for like the Black Ops and SEALs and some even more elite groups that we're not even aware of. So
sounds like the intro for the A-Team more than an explanation.
But yeah, he's down in that area there. But yeah, so look, either you want to compete with a bunch of other guys in a tight field like that, or you're building something to be the fastest. Right. Oh, awesome, Gary. Awesome. Are you a GS? You got a GS rating? Probably like a GS 13 or some shit. After that many years, GS 12.
Yeah, it means different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm. If you're in Virginia, well, I don't know if you know Blaine Jones or not, but Blaine is down in that area somewhere. Yes, GS 13. I guess that right. That was my first guess. Getting that double dip, baby. You're gonna retire out of that, and then you get 2 retirements. Oh, dang! And then you could be a contractor and go make some more bank and get all that hazard duty pay and deployment. Oh, that's all good stuff. You're living the dream there, my friend. Good job. Yeah, but you know what? I feel like drag racing. The whole point of fucking drag racing was to build something and see who the fastest was. That was it. Not
Yeah, I always look at it as my car is faster than your car. Not I'm quicker on the light necessarily. It's a factor and it's a part of it all, but I mean, really, in my opinion, I could sit there and watch the 64 person practice tree competition that they had at PRI with almost the same, if not more, interest than I could going down and watching the races of it.
Yeah. And I feel like by not having rules, you were innately forcing good talk tonight, guys. Gotta be in the shop first thing in the AM. Cheers, fellas. Yep, same here, man. I gotta be at the gym bright and early in the morning.
I'm glad you guys made up.
But I feel like with no rules, you drive innovation, because it doesn't matter if you're a pro charger, turbo, blower, nitrous, it doesn't matter. Like,
it's like
if
running
you want to be the quickest, they're going to figure out how to be the quickest. It's no different than watching.
I don't go to a track meet and they throw on weight to everybody to make everybody weigh 200 pounds to then go run the 40-mile dash. What the fuck is that? That's not racing. You don't throw weight onto a guy on the track just to make everybody on the starting line weigh the same.
Speaking of practice tree, Derby City 5K, January 25th, practice tree race, Kentucky.
Yep, I've seen some tracks do those in the off season. It'd be a fun little time.
Yeah. Actually, didn't we see somebody that had a chassis for those practice trees? Like a seat and a chassis with the thing on the front.
I sent it to you. Yeah, saying
you did.
We need a couple of them because I've got ideas for how we could use those at events.
Yeah, and I don't think they're too crazy expensive. I think that'd be a really fun time, man. And everybody's sitting around betting.
It was about $900 for the setup from Quartermax.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that was from Quartermax. Yeah, that's right.
I know a guy. We might be able to figure something out.
Yeah, we know a dude. But I mean, if you think about it, no rules, right? I mean, isn't that just like sprinting as you were kids, like the fastest guy? I mean, they're not putting fucking ankle weights on Usain Bolt.
The only rule is you stay in your lane. There's basic rules, same as there's safety rules in the ADRL. But outside of that, it's who's fastest. That's what racing is.
Right. It's just like the military. Like, who's got the fastest fucking jet? I've seen a lot of old ADRL, old pictures and posts. It's hard to believe Bubba was racing way back then. He must have been very young. Oh, he was. Yeah, I mean, he was. He's about my age.
It's funny to see him in front of a yellow car. It's funny to see him in front of a black car. Just don't associate Bubba with anything but a red car these days.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully Bubba goes. Bubba's going to go. And
Bubba's going to go. He's fucking ready. Bubba's ready, man. Yep, Bubba is ready. He's ready to go fast. And that Georgia and Montgomery, boy, those are great times of the year. The weather, the elevation is just great.
Weather's going to be good. It's a great track. So we shouldn't have any issues down there in Georgia.
Nope, not at all. As long as it doesn't fucking rain. But I'm not going to even talk about that. It's going to be nice and sunny and great.
Or why we're even going down that road.
I don't know. Why'd I even bring it up? Son of a bitch.
Be more interested to see Hank out there again.
God, I hope Hank's doing well, man. I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to shoot him a message, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, good dude.
Sure he's busy with his baby.
Oh, yeah.
Being all skinny and stuff and whatnot and things.
Yeah, running around looking all cute and shit.
Talking about the practice tree.
Oh, yeah. He might. You get a guy like John Sullivan going and get those two talking some smack. It would not surprise me. They'll pop up in some weird places just to compete against each other.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no shit. But yeah, man. So Steve had Bubba's brother Andy was driving Bubba to the tracks before he had driver's licenses. No shit. How about that? Yeah, Bubba's been at it for a while. And did Bubba's dad brace?
I believe so. But
I think so.
I know Bubba attributes just about all of his interests and everything in racing to his daddy.
Yeah.
Uncle Steve actually let me know that fun fact.
Yeah, it's a fun fact. Bubba's a bad son of a bitch.
No doubt about it.
Yep.
No.
And just a reminder, all the baddest son of a bitches that run in those series down there in Bradenton, they all got their start in the ADRL. Don't forget that. ADRL to the front. We're just going to keep pounding that in everybody's brain so it doesn't get saturated with all the bullshit being spewed all over the internet. Yes. Oh, that's good. That's real good. And you know what? We're going to be forming future ADRL champions, no rule champions. They all blame Danny. That's funny, man. And we get Carter in there, man, running his pro mod. Get all these young guys out there, man. All these junior dragster guys. Like,
yeah,
if you're not first, you're last.
I'm not worried about it. I mean, if those guys want to stay over in their other lane and run there, I could care less. They can come back if they want. More than happy to have them. But up to them how and when they want to run. If they want to run fast, they know where to go.
That's right. No rules, baby. No rules.
Yes, indeed.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to go put the kids to bed, do my thing.
Sounds like a good time.
Yep.
Enjoy that. And we will catch you all here next week for episode number 2 of ADRL All Access. But don't forget to catch us here Thursday for the next episode of the ADRL podcast, where we'll have special guest John Sullivan to talk about what the hell's going on in his garage these days.
VPN, real quick. What's VPN? Is Virginia? You mean VMP, Virginia Motorsports Park? I'd imagine what that is. I'm pretty sure that's owned by the PDRA, and they would probably just tell me to fuck off if I tried to put a race on there. They'd be like, "Yeah, no, see you later."
I don't know if it's owned by them. It might be sanctioned or one of
them. No, the guys that own the track are also part owners in the PDRA.
Who knows?
No, I know.
Other tracks.
I mean, it's a nice track. I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
Yep. May 1st through October 23rd. Huh. What is this?
I have no idea. You tell us.
I don't know. I'm on Virginia Motorsports Park's website here. Just looking at some of their shit.
It's owned by Bud's Creek, is what Gary says.
Bud's who?
Bud's Creek.
Bud's Creek. Yeah, I don't know.
Nor I.
Nor I. All right, everybody. Well, much love. Thanks for joining in. And we will be catching you guys Thursday night. We've got special guest, Mr. John Sullivan, the landlord, going to be joining in, talking about whatever the hell we're going to talk about. It'll be a good time. Let him talk some smack. He's always good for talking smack. And hopefully we get Clyde to jump in as well on the backside, chiming in on that stuff. But until then, we will see you guys Thursday night. Appreciate you jumping in.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Darlene, Flying H, it's on our radar.
It's on our radar. Yep. Yeah, it is close to us. I could promote the shit out of that event. I'll tell you what. That'd be a good one. I only live down the road. I'd have the whole state of Missouri plastered with ADRL posters. Thinking about it. We'll see what happens.
Yep. We'll see how it all plays out.
Yep.
Stay tuned Thursday. We may have more information on
it. All right. We'll catch you guys later. Peace and chicken grease.
Bulls on parade.
Chicken chew.